This is your daily market review for Thursday, October 5th, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review for Thursday, October 5th, 2023. It's the fall. Oh, I'm sorry, the market might be in the fall. Oh, sorry, the seasonality. Let's talk about what's going on. If you need any help, please reach out. Did an amazing live chat earlier today. Link will be in the description below or pop up now in this video. Please check it out. I think it's well worth it. There's a lot going on in the market, and I think we need to talk deeply about short-term versus near-term expectations and what you should be thinking about as we move forward. So, again, if you're new to the channel, link to the Discord room is in the description below. I appreciate all the love, support, the generous donations. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Twitter, please follow, posting trades, ideas, what we're looking at constantly. Sorry for the refresh. Also check out the website, thetradingagent.com, posting the market reviews. And also the Back to Basics education series is in order from beginner to more advanced topics. Also along the way, you'll find the Marcus Goldman account. I'm telling you, well worth it. It's 5.4%, not 5.3%. Please do not have your money losing against inflation. And also, finally, but last but not least, if you're worried about your broker going under, Schwab, use the link for Interactive Brokers telling you they'll be around. They're not going out of business, in my opinion. You just don't want your money to get frozen. If it gets frozen in some sort of receivership as the market goes belly up, you might have puts, calls, stocks, inverse ETFs. They could get absolutely wrecked. So a good little debate going on here is people keep saying, chop, we can go either way. Feels like the market's going to rally. I'm with my man Jay Solstice here. Everybody's expecting a bounce and a rally. And I said this in private to a few folks. I feel like today's action is a trap. And tomorrow could actually start some more pain. We'll see what happens. Again, just don't assume it might happen right at the open. That's all I can tell you guys. Be aware. Know your levels, have your stops, but do not be surprised if they try to check out the market at extremes. What I mean, in traps, being the extremes. Fed Watch Tool, 74% yesterday. I refresh this every day in the afternoon. 75%. Expecting a pause. Bitcoin hit 28,000. Backing off. Again, looks nervous. Good old oil. Man, we had this nailed. But you know what? This is the thing. It's all about positivity in the sense of identifying tops and bottoms. Still good at it. It's just sometimes you expect a little more bounce. Instead, we drop a little more. Maybe we bounce from another level. But at this point, I've basically been right. Said, look for shorts. And that oil is going lower. Demand destruction is a real thing. And you are getting it. You will be getting it. It's just a matter of, will we get a bounce to short, or could this thing go straight sayonara, adios later? Nat gas, again, I talked about, just please be careful. I feel like nat gas. Yeah, it's like frozen. Whatever, just leave it alone. The dollar, a doji, some pullback. Holding the 8 and 10 day, 20 days key. Again, overbought, right? 11 straight weeks up. Could it pull back? Just keep that in mind. Again, I'm not bearish yet, but I could see a reason for near-term bearishness, exactly which is happening. But I don't know if the end's over, because again, there's so many other places and worse off than us, and that's just the reality of it, y'all. That is just the reality. TLT. People are calling for a bottom in yields. I mean, you got the volume. I think it's going to be choppy and sloppy for a little bit, unless things just fall off a cliff and the jobs numbers are real bad. I mean, it's tough to know. If you want to take stabs down here and find your risk, I just think there's better trades. The VIX, talk about it bottoming down here, was an absolute gift. Now chopping along the trend line in the 200-day. Just patience. Again, this is stuff that I think makes sense. Well, I just got to be patient. It's going to go when it's going to go. The SPY, multi-day, 3-day range here. Look at this. All week. Nothing. At some point, we will touch the 200-day. At some point, I believe we will break it with gusto. We have broken the trend line. Worst case scenario is we back test it, in my opinion, which is the 8 and 10-day. As I've said, the trend line's broken. People are like, oh, but look at the market. It's not that far to go. What do you think about? That's with interest rates that were at significantly lower. Now we're at 8% on mortgage rates. The market is going to price in some really bad stuff at some point. We just know that. Unless the Feds go full open liquidity, which they haven't announced, they're actually trying to drain liquidity at the same time. This is a bad killer combo. As unemployment continues to go higher, they have to get inflation down as fast as possible. And so the best way to do that would be to what? Kill assets. Stocks will get cooked. QQQ, same kind of thing. Multi-day range, holding here below the 100-day. Seems like it's just a matter of if, not when. Do you guys agree? People agree? I mean, or are they just kind of giving up? Oh, man, I got so many trend lines. Let me clean this up real quick as we're doing this. Do you see what I'm looking at, though? Be careful. We've broken trend. 100-day, 20-day are now curling down. This is totally different than when it's curling up. Just warning you guys. IWM, as it's oversold, cool. Give it a couple days to like just bounce around. This thing went from 179 down to 168. All right. Is it just reloading? Because this has happened many a times in down markets. Again, the IWM was leading down. That's a problem. DIA has been cooked. Talked about this, failed, lower highs, right? Zoom out. Touch some 2020, was it 21 high, 22 highs? Yeah. Failure. I mean, trend broke. I mean, I could draw a trend line, but you can see it's like da-da-da-da-da-da. And again, a lot of these trend lines, if you notice, have failed with gaps. Powerful. Gaps are powerful. Taiwan semi. Let's get into, gold. I just want to skip it because I just don't really have any desire to talk about it. Yeah, it's oversold. It is compressing. It probably is due to bounce, but are there better trades? Silver, same thing. Are there better trades? I have this debate with people all the time. Like, do you really want to trade this? Because again, gold and silver liquidity play. You probably want to wait them until the Feds pivot. As I said, everyone, wait for the Feds to pivot liquidity-wise and like push the liquidity. They're not in there yet.
Market data connection loss.
Oh, thank you, sir. Keep that in mind. GDX, again, miners absolutely get pounded. We've talked about why. All right, you're going to have to be quiet. We've seen this a million times, right? I mean, if you study the past, when the market gets creamed, just know that nothing's safe, okay? Does this make sense, y'all? Miners are not safe. Are they due to bounce? Sure. But again, do you want to pick up pennies in front of a steamroller? AG thought many months ago at 9, 8, 5 would be a good price. No, not interested. Don't want to pick it up because again, the VIX hasn't spiked. The market hasn't bottomed and liquidity hasn't been pushing out. Again, the market doesn't necessarily have to bottom. The time to buy gold. It's when the Feds pivot. Okay. Does that make sense? AEM, same thing. Newmont, right? The leader of the miners. It broke new lows. Ugly. All right, there's a bounce back, I guess. Trap some folks. I mean, looks like it could bounce. I just leave it alone. Pass on it. Let's get into tech because this is what I think the biggest, obvious, easiest short is with defined risk. Taiwan Semi said 20-day and he bounced. I mean, this thing's broken. Buffett gave up on it for a reason. Somebody knows. Micron, again, loving the 69. I mean, could you get 70? I don't know. We'll see jobs tomorrow, but it looks... their earnings were absolute garbage. However, it is holding trend. I mean, you got to admit strength, but it feels like an easy short to short highs. Because again, it's not good to short lows. Those are dumb. AMD chopping around. Some folks have been looking at it. I mean, it makes sense. Chop. NVIDIA hit the 50-day again. Is it possible we get the channel high or channel? I mean, again, any pop on these. Long term, if you zoom out, they're easy shorts. Intel told people to sell at 40, only had 1 day. 20 days being resistance. Keep it simple. Adobe, gap down on earnings, has been chopping around. I mean, you clearly have a clear reference around 520. Apple, we got 175. Thought it was possible. Said this the last couple days. Like, watch the 20-day, maybe 175. There you go. I mean, at some point, we will break down. It's just a matter of if, not when, right? Like, the trend is broken. If you want me to draw it, it's already broken. And another one that just broke on a gap. I mean, I guess you could draw it many ways. But you see what I'm saying? It broke pretty aggressively when it did break. Maybe I'll get that out of there. Sorry for the inconvenience of just redrawing. But, I mean, people see this stuff. And now you're pouncing 20 days, curling down. Great place to take some stabs. Titanium. Amazon. Same thing. Broke, chopping, 100-day, waiting for the next leg. And, again, I think tech might lead down. CRM. Post-earnings gap up. We talked about it. Trash. We said we'd come back to the 200 level at some point. Now you're here and you're chopping. Let it chop. Guggenheim. Opportunity to short here. Channel, trend line, 20-day again. Oh, but Dad, it just went a little higher. Well, yeah, I get it. Define your risk. But it has broken trend. Just it's back testing it. That's part of the game. Meta, You would think today was up. No, just chopping. Another doji indecision. Microsoft, another sideways day. Yawn. Again, could have hit the 50, 20 day. I mean, that would be the gift. NDAQ, oversold rally. You got it. Maybe a little bit, maybe the 20 day, but this thing's going lower. MicroStrategy again, as Bitcoin's chopping around at the lows. It just feels like death of a million paper cuts before it decides to do what? Jump off the cliff. Netflix, as we said, watch the 200 day. You got it. You went a little bit below it. Man, this stock looks ugly. I mean, I just don't trust it. Roblox, short covering, chopping. We said the 50 day. Look what it hits. 50 day, and it doges out. Keep an eye on this because, I mean, it could just roll right back over. Tesla, another indecision day, above the 20 day, filling the gap. I mean, some people took the short. Makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, I missed SMH. Apologize. 20 day rolling down, same kind of thing. Just chopping around. Just feels like it's a matter of if, not when. Let's get in materials. Letter X supposedly getting bought out. Oh, holding up pretty well. I just don't know the upside, so I wouldn't really chase it here. I mean, the rumor's out there, and so it's like everyone knows what the value is, and no, everyone knows if anyone's going to buy them out what price. Nucor, again, we said the 20 day, any touch, probably a short. Now it's basing around, watching the backside of an old trend line. Looks like, I mean, it looks good to me. Caterpillar, this is doing the Boeing, I hope. Once we said the M broke, it's like even on days the market's not down, it's just down. Yeah, big consolidation top. Distro. I mean, imagine if you're a market maker just unloading into this and you're like, yeah, sucker all these dummies in. It's going. It's a matter of when, not if. FedEx, because it gets on my short list, same kind of thing. A rolling double top, big roll. Oh, but it's good. Let's gap it up. Everybody get in. Just a matter of when, not if these things get smoked. Okay, I don't care. VALE. Never had that during market hours, which is interesting. Again, global growth name. Looks like crap. Arrow, we talked about many months ago. If it hit 15, it might be a buy. It's the trend line, but damn. I don't want it. Again, I don't want any of these names. I love material names longer, but I don't want them until the market just pukes and throws out the baby with the bathwater. We talked about this double top and trap. All right. Said it was a little oversold on which sides it bounced. I mean, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine if you want to short this thing. Whoa, did I miss this trend line? No. Well, whoa, kind of. Okay, well, this is what it is. You can't bat 1,000 playing baseball, that's for sure. It's a probability game. I mean, again, if it chops around, cool. But again, I wouldn't buy these names. Ag names, again, we love these names. Let them come in. Mosaic, love them. Let them come in again. When the Feds pivot, then we buy. And we don't have fear. Again, you buy it now, you're playing with fire. Your odds of up is much down right now. Alcoa, again, somebody, I mean, Sam, I know, bro, you kill me, bro. Have to go long. Okay, you got your few points and comes right back. That's the biggest problem here. XLF, a little oversold bounce, not surprised. I mean, this thing goes 35 down to 32.50. I mean, could it hit the 8-10 day? I don't know. Does it need to fill this gap? I don't know. I don't trust these names. JP Morgan Chase hit the 200 day finally. Oh, div day. Okay. Well, keep an eye on it. Again, these don't look good. Morgan Stanley, another one of the prime short candidates. We talked about failing up here in the 95. Thought they would hold in the 80s, and we said the 200 day. Well, okay, now it's coming back down pretty quickly. Probably hold 77, 78, but maybe not. Goldman Sachs, I mean, you never know. Banks can go absolutely bonkers. Gaps down below the trend, and now chopping around with the market. Tough to know near term. Carry. Again, these names are oversold. I don't know what the rally was based on today, but here you go. Little bounce. XBI has been gotten cooked. And this is why you don't short the lows, folks. That's why you don't even try to short down here. Let it bounce. Here you go. XBI, little bounce. These names have been cooked. Let them bounce. Let them bounce. Did I say let them bounce? Yeah, let them bounce. Solar. This is the thing, like solar, just down. And this is sometimes what happens. We told you guys. I mean, go back to the videos. Earlier in the year, I was like, this stuff is going to get absolutely cooked. Well, you got cooked. Sedge, I mean, every day. I mean, as much as shorting down the lows, but at some point there will be a bounce, and that's what you get. I mean, these names, but this is sometimes what you hope for if you're in a short. Just endless pain. Like, see these bounces and then these bounces. Now you're just riding the 20 day down. I mean, it's so bad. First Solar, you're welcome. You're welcome. Been nailing this one. Said this was a trap. Said don't be surprised if this is the head and shoulders. Don't be surprised if when it bounces after it holds 170s, maybe gets up to the 50-day, maybe 190. You got to 192, and now you're at some support. I mean, again, in time, this gap is gonna fill. It's just a matter of when, and which gives you a lot of juice. So give yourself time, let it bounce, and if it doesn't bounce, it doesn't bounce. HYG, we talked about corporate debt looking ugly. Okay, breaking lows, decent volume, but is that a trap? We'll see. I mean, again, I don't know. I don't trust it. Oil, this is, again, we talked about shorting up here. Oh, man, wish would have held, but here you go. Just kind of is what it is near term, right? Just is what it is near term. And so this is the thing, don't short it. But if it bounces, feel free. XOP, I'm not even talking about UNG, it sucks. Hits the trend line, little bounce. Not surprised, right? Like just draw it out. Take a few seconds, hit pause, check it out. ExxonMobil hits down in the 108s, closes near the lows. We're in the 200, 100-day with a gap. I mean, gosh, this stuff is ugly. Valero, talked about this one, breaking trend. Now you're at the 200-day. Not surprised. It's finding maybe some buyers, right? MPC, another one. We talked about breaking. Now, near term, it holds the 140 area. Again, this is support and resistance, right? Like it just makes sense. This makes sense? Yes, Oxy. We talked about hitting the Buffett sell zone in the 60s. Come on down. He's selling calls. He doesn't care. He's not holding us up. EQT, Flex LNG, and we'll be done. Nice little bounce here. Maybe this is one, once you see the 50-day, how it wraps around here at the 41s. That's a good place for a potential short. Flex LNG, we'll end it here. Check it out. Oversold bounce. Do what it's got to do. Let this thing come in. Be patient. If you have any questions, again, please reach out. Also be aware there are counterfeit versions of me trying to parade out there asking you to donate Bitcoin and all stuff. I will never ask you for money. Why? Because I don't need to. I won't. I just won't. There's no services to pay for. This is all free information. I'd love to coach you. Calendly, take the 30-minute link. Let me help you out. Again, that's free. I offer this all out of the generosity of my heart because guess what? In an abundant universe, you give to get. And if I ever decide to charge money, you'll be the first to know. But at this point, everything's free. Everything's great. And so if anybody's impersonating me, keep an eye on that. Again, I appreciate all the love, support, and the generous donations. The donations that you decide to give to the accounts that are linked in the description, I will never ask. If you have any questions about real estate, please, please, please do yourself a favor. Don't be scared to reach out. Worst case scenario, I'm going to tell you exactly what you know, but also help you garner information to get through this. Because again, if you need to buy or sell a house right now, there's a lot of variables to understand, but there also is opportunity. That's the thing. As the prices come down, you're going to see opportunities. And so remember, when people aren't buying houses, what are they doing? They're renting. So rents potentially should be going up. All right. I will talk to you guys and gals later. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.